No, you cannot be careless at all whatsoever, and you cannot ignore important stuff to write down. I look at my little leg here, my left leg, and I did injure it a little bit about a minute or two ago. What I was trying to do was clear my Besca so that I could clear my curtains away from the window way earlier today, and it's stifling in here. It's actually close to 90 above. I just left the curtains closed. The windows are opened and it's breezy, but you have to have these curtains opened because if you don't, it really does lock the heat inside. I'm surprised because they're more or less very light fabric. They're very light, flimsy fabric, light and almost clear curtains. Oh, I'm trying to think the material name, the fabric name. It's like an organza, and the other part is like a light silk. So really, you have to keep them opened, even if they're a light fabric. So I just injured my leg because on my Besca, I have like these are like big conglomerate folded sheets of paper that they keep. I've noticed two things now. They separate the layers of stacks of water containers, like the 24 packs I was talking about buying, how they're heavy. They layer these flat papers that are they're big, like my Prissy one right over here. If I can pull it out, you'll see what I mean. The big prissy paper that I wrote my name on, that's what I'm talking about. The store layers them when they pack them on the shelves in between the aisles for people to buy. So my subject is don't injure yourself. I wonder if you can see this. It's a very small little scratch that I got from bending on my Besca. My Besca. I've got to maybe promote to IKEA and tell them to make one of these. They do, and I haven't been to the store for a long time. There's a really nice store on Queensway in Toronto, and it is like it's whatchamacallit. It's an IKEA store, and that's the last one I've probably been to, and it's been years. It's been a couple of years, at least 2, 3 years since I've been to IKEA, probably 3. And so, Slash, when I was telling you about decorating a house, I thought to myself as I sort of injured my foot, like on the corner of one of these. This is sharp. No matter if it's just paper, it's still pretty sharp. So I'm saying you can never be too careful. And so I'll have to like watch this video after to see what I started saying. Never be too careful about writing your thoughts down. So I had a list going. I was going to write a whole list starting with that logo, that subject. It's just that I want to sing a song. And I'm wondering if I should wing it at this time. So I got excited and I hurt my little knee. And I still want you to see. If you can see, it's not that bad. It could be bleeding, and it was very close to bleeding. So I can see it and you can't see it. I've got to get the camera right on the knee. No can do. Camera on knee. How do I lift my leg to get it right on? It's really quite hard, actually, with such a small screen to show things like that, to get it in the right position. See, and if I move the camera, I may lose the video. That's what I don't want to chance. And I'm going to try it anyway. Nope. I'd be mad after, and I'd say, Kathleen, maybe do it when you're just going to try that right from the beginning. So if you lose it, then that's not the worst thing, and you can show it. It's the scar is not going to heal. Um, pardon me. This fresh cut is not going to heal to a scar within an hour. So even tomorrow, if you get a video of it, it's not that bad. It's just that you'd rather not have any sort of injury, no scratches, nothing. So be careful when you do everything, anything, and or all things. And I'm always surprised, how a corner of a paper can be sharp. Like those sliver cuts are just murderous. I don't like them at all. They don't feel that great. I have to go get a cold Gatorade of water. Just a minute. Was I that long? I don't think I was very long. Good thing. Made it back fast, and here I can drink. It's really warm. And then I was outside before this video, and I was taking pictures on my little camera, the one I was telling you about. Let me take it off. The actual camera. I pulled it off of the stand, and it really is this small. So I wonder if I can show you anything. You probably wouldn't see it when I went on the video. Any pictures that I may have just taken. Okay, there's one. That's an inside picture. You can't really see it at all. It's too bright. The lights blur themselves. I'll have to find a way. There's in my kitchen. I took one standing. See, it's kind of a small, but small picture. If I can look and find the last ones from outside, but if I could only just get the chip out of this thing, and then you'd see them all. Take the chip out. No, there's no way you'd be able to see them just like this. I feel like such a... Oh, there you can kind of. I'm standing with a cup of coffee. Of course you can see. There's one. There, see? Two. Is that the same one I showed you before, the cup of coffee? Okay, just a minute. I took four, I think, only outside. So there's my first one outside with my cup of coffee, looking up to the sky. That's the second one. The third one. And of course it's dark in the background. The fourth one. The fifth one, actually, I lifted up my top. I lifted up my shirt in this one. So I could move it. Just a minute. I guess it looks a little bit different. I have to learn how to use everything. It looks a little different than the other ones, of course, because my shirt is lifted up. And that's another one. How many did I say? Okay. That's another one. Of course, it's a little bit breezy out there, so my hair was flying around. That's it. I took like two inside the hallway. It's the far picture. Uh, just kind of pooped out about how this is tough in regards of showing you the actual picture. If I could, yeah, you can do that. Like you can blow yourself up because it's got the what should I call it? It's got the zoom lens. You have to kind of. That's my head blowing up anyway. You kind of have to play with it for a while. I give up. Okay, shut it off. But very nice cameras, digitals. I'd like to get really expensive with the digitals, and like have great big cameras everywhere. I should maybe go into it more deeply, like photography. Got to watch the time. I definitely don't have time to do a song in this video, but I can always come back again and do one in another video. What else can I tell you? I started out the day with this coffee thing about MCAFE and how they really spend a lot on packaging, how I keep their cups, but how they have, of course, this removable sticker pad for free cups of coffee. And like this was what I started talking about in one of my earliest videos of the morning, where I was disconnecting because I think it was my fault. I had my computer pulled up too high and we kept losing my disconnection. It could have very well much been my fault. It could very well muchly have been my fault that I was disconnecting. So it's like a cancel or reconnect, and it was not reconnecting. But if I would have just pulled my computer together at that time, instead of kind of like thinking somebody was playing tricks on me, the naive person that I am some days, it's really not a good thing to be too blamey on other people when it could be your fault. And that's happened to me quite often, and especially regarding internet things, because it seems so tricky. It seems like somebody's definitely out to get you in trouble. And, I don't want to really start showing my stomach again, but at the same time, I want to become brave. And I just want to keep on working on showing you like how when your stomach is empty, I'll just show you mine because I have a really big rib cage. Just a minute, please. I hope I don't ruin this video because of doing this. Oh. No, I just did that because it's true about holding in your stomach, and then you can really hide a lot of flaws. And, I'm making kind of an issue out of this, but it's just that if you lived in the South by the ocean, for example, like you'd probably be at the beach a lot of the time, or like even just me with a lot of space around here with a lot of mirrors and everything, I'd probably like see myself as a whole different image, and I probably wouldn't have eaten all the food that I have over the years, and especially the nighttime when, I mean, a young single person should be going out, or at least, like, I mean, there's a million things you could be doing. So to sit there and overeat, or sit there and get drunk or stoned when you could be doing so many other things. But I mean, the drunk or stoned when I was growing up, I always thought that maybe that is better than overeating. And then when I got home at night to mom and dad's house after the party of being drunk and stoned, that's when I decided to pig out too. So I was a real substance abuser my whole life. and not proud of it, and I don't recommend people to get into this misfitting lifestyle of being an over abuser of substances. It's bad for your health.